Should it work now? Okay, finally. All right. Not sure about this one, however. Okay, this one is muted. Okay. So, yeah. Let me bring the music back. It's quite loud in my ears. Give me a moment. Okay. I guess it is what it is. I don't know, music is so loud in my ears. Okay. Okay. I think now it's okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess we figure it out. Let's start. So, yeah. Sorry for a bit of delay. Actually, quite long delay. Let's continue. I figured out some problems. First of all, I needed to update Babylon, because in later versions it started actually to register collisions with character controller, and now I can register when bullet hit the player, but let me walk you through this precisely. Okay, yeah, so to make it work we need to create destructible object not on the mesh but on the character's controller transform mode, because this thing contains information about physical body. At least it started to contain it after I updated Babylon. And yeah, so if we assign our destructible object on character controller transform mode, we can actually start see that it works, but here are some adjustments necessary. So also, since the destructible object is there, we need to change it here as well. And regarding this, I decided to do a little bit of refactoring. If you see here, for example, this function that checking if instance is alive, it gets destructible object and checks its health, right? So instead of that, I decided to create a getter of destructible object that can reference to any node you like. By default, it's the mesh associated with the entity, but we can redefine it like we did for the player, right? Here, and yeah, this is how it works. And since we now have a getter specifically for destructible object, we can refactor a little bit some methods, so and access it that way. And for this also, if we go to NPC, I removed this nonsense. So right now, this method create from node create method data with destructible object on the node itself, and to access it from the entity we can use getter which is yeah, by default goes to like chain entity here. And yeah, so we don't need this. Now we have the single source of truth where the destructible object is. It might be in any place, but we should get it from the getter that we defined here. And if we think it's in theory makes sense, because what if some character may have multiple critical points and each critical point has its own destructible object? I think it's all kinda makes sense and reasonable change. All right. What else I had to fix? I started to do saving loading, and for the most part it works fine, I guess. Yeah, small change here, because I call weapons manager on player. Yeah, I need to get player reference, and for this, if I go here, I just return here the loaded player. And here is small change when we load destructible managers and destructible objects. Yeah, right now it might be not only on the mesh but also on the transform node. So when we extract a name of this destructible node, we're trying to find it among meshes, but if none, we will also try to find it among transform nodes, because for player, destructible object is now assigned to the transform node. Unfortunately, it creates some kind of mess. If we go here, yeah, destructible object. First, we still have that legacy code when if we don't use sector manager, we provide all possible destructible nodes. This also can be used to determine which entities can actually receive damage. So we can use this for filtering receiving nodes from damage, for example. But I don't think it's worth it. I think it's like much easier just to add into the node or to metadata some flag if it's like sensitive for particular kind of damage, and that's it. Probably it all will go down, but for now, yeah, I needed to add some legacy code support. So let me show you what changed. First, as I mentioned, we are not reading metadata directly, we're just using getter. And here what I do, look, first, destructible nodes, we're just getting a mesh from entity, but for some situations like our player, it might be not a mesh, it might be transform node. But I decided to push mesh anyway, because you know, mesh has envelope, it has bounding box, and it's much easier to find the intersections between ray and the bounding box. You cannot really find those intersections with transform node unless you hit directly into the source. So I'm okay even for the player to push mesh here, but another problem that arises that for the player, its mesh doesn't have metadata with destructible object anymore, because that metadata is on transform node right now. So to bypass it, I kinda keep a separate array, like parallel array. So in one we keep our meshes, our envelopes to detect collisions, and in other one we just collect destructible objects, and we can access both using same index, so they are synchronized. And for the legacy code, when we receive all our destructible nodes here, what we do, we just pretty much go through destructible nodes and create a parallel destructible objects array. That's it. So by the end of the day here, we have list of destructible nodes, which are meshes, and destructible objects, which contains all information about current health. We have damage handler, death handlers, and such. So this actually simplifies our things a little bit here. So let me remind you what we are doing. We pretty much going through all destructible nodes and trying to cast ray there from the source of explosion. And we need to check if the mesh that we hit with ray, it's the same mesh that we were aiming for. Because there might be a case when we trying to target our destructible node, but it's blocked from the wall, and in this case we should stop spreading damage. It means that our target is hiding behind something. In this case, this condition will not pass. But if we picked exactly a mesh that we were aiming for, that means that we did hit our target and we need to compute damage and stuff like that. So if we hit, yeah, we can get our destructible object from the array. It has exactly same index as a mesh, and here we do all that calculations and making it work. Yeah. Another interesting thing that I wanted to show while doing all of this, I found actually a bug. So this thing that creates shockwave and explosions, it crashes if physics character controller present in the scene, which is the case. So I reported it was fixed. I downloaded new version of Babylon again. And we are good. So now it's working. And saving loading actually I checked also working, but we will experiment a little bit more with it. And yeah, so let me probably stage this, I guess, as it is. Okay. And where is I definitely will need to test it more, but one thing I already know is weapon drop. Look, it happens somewhere in central coordinates. So this is what we will try to fix today. So you see it's all falling here. Somehow it keeps direction, rotation of the mesh, but it doesn't keep position. Okay, so where it's all happening? I suppose it's somewhere in weapons manager, right? Okay, we're getting all that stuff and drop weapon. Okay, if it's throwable, we decrease the capacity. If not, which is this one, yeah, okay, the whole magazine. Okay. Picked weapon, drop weapon, and This all goes to the weapon class, I guess. Yep. So yeah. What we do, okay, hiding mesh, drop rotation, player camera. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, I see. I guess he should be just like this, where the mesh is. Or we can even get better. Let me see. So chain entity. Yeah, it has like position, it returns mesh position. And but for the player, we have override, as I remember. No, we still get. Okay, I think we can just listen. I think that's correct. We go for like actor position like this. And probably it will fix the issue. So let me get something. Okay. Huh. Okay, nobody said it will be easy. Okay, let's go. I'm not looking forward sorting this out. Okay. Okay, actor position. Okay. It's probably a bit low. Not this drop rotation. Okay. So what we have here? What is drop rotation? It's -1. It's like it's too high. Because yeah, okay. Actor. Okay, how about that? Okay. In fact, I think I know what's happening. Yeah, I mean, I know what's happening exactly. Let me check something first. Let me see that. Okay, we can use player directly, player rotation, player actor rotation, and let me check chain entity real quick. Okay, yeah, we have it defined. Okay, let me just check that it's still following pattern. Not anymore, really. But I mean, I understand why. So the thing is that it's stuck in the player. I think we can do something that we did in projectile. So yeah, we can do this. We can do something like this. So instead of this and this, we do like forward and forward. We rotate with this and this. Okay. When we do it's quite close, except that I don't think that we need add here. So after adding scaling vector, yeah, this is drop position, and create pickup instance, drop position, okay, drop rotation, it's rotation of the instance itself, right? Yeah, it's how rotate. Okay, that's easy. So drop rotation. Can actually keep like that. It's like, yeah, I think that's okay. The only thing that probably we need to scale more. Okay, let me see. So practically we cast forward vector, synchronize it with mesh, and set up drop point far enough so it will not collide with a player physics shell. Yeah, awesome. I think that's okay. So it's pretty visible how it drops. We can drop on the table. It's actually another good thing to work is to recalculate weights, because now it's completely different to what was before. Apparently player mass is huge, like player impulse is insane. Those barrels supposed to be like extremely heavy, if you remember. Okay, let me to check maybe throwable things. Okay. That thing is broken. That probably was broken for long ago. Okay, drop weapon. Okay, we drop one thing. Then we do reload weapon. But we not like reset it. Okay. I think it's obvious reload animation, but it's just not working in a good way. Okay, grenade. It's projectile. Oh, we need a gun actually. Okay. I wonder how fire works. Okay, here, do fire. Okay, when animation finished, visible false. And when reload weapon, okay. We need to do something here, like reload weapon and grenade. We need also redo reload. Do reload. Oh, wait a moment. This reload weapon. Weapon to reload. Okay. Go here and go to grenade. Okay. So we should do something similar. So we do is visible false. Okay, adjust position, init show, visible true. bit confused. Do reload. Do reload triggers animation. Yeah, okay, this one will execute the last. Okay. So okay, that's a whole function. Okay, our grenade pretty much always have full reload, I guess. Let me see, from weapon manager, do reload. Okay, this is how it determined, but it will do full reload regardless. Which kind of animation it has? Prepare reloading animation. Let me see. Okay, it's always do full animation regardless, so which means that this is absolutely unnecessary. Okay. But now what we need to do, stop idle, we do is visible false. We do animation callback. But actually I think that's not what should we do. Yeah, I think we should fix this. I think, yeah. Let me figure out why it's not working. Because pick mesh should be false. Okay, it's false. all we need to do is to just like just this, probably. Okay. Okay, this works. And okay, it breaks that stuff. Okay. Okay. Grenades. Okay. I got it. Not do anything about it. That's okay. Oh, we need to redefine drop weapon instead, which will be exactly the same. Whatever it is. But we also do this at the end. Okay. Good enough. Oh, let's see. Well, that makes sense, I guess. How about this one? Works quite nice. It's okay. Okay. So I guess we're good with this. Okay, picked up position, it's where it's located when it finished animation, and the initial position is where it starts. It's pretty much important for Grenade only, I guess, and maybe for Rocket Launcher, which are animated programmatically, which doesn't have animations inside imported asset. Okay, good. Going forward, I think I don't need this anymore. Can stage this as well. So what else remains in migration? We need to adjust masses. That's probably it. I will test more saving loading, but it looks good to me. I tested a little bit yesterday. What we can do finally, actually, let's do it right now. We can delete this class entirely, like completely. That's it. So let's see if we don't have like some dead imports somewhere. Player camera, entire solution. I probably will search like this. Yeah, found it. Okay. Okay, that's it. Let's try single quote. No. That's good. Let's try like this. And like this. Okay, I guess we're good. Cleaned here. Here. Okay, it's not related. Killed the file. That was a huge file. Well, not that huge, but it's kinda moved everything here. How did the player file change? Oh well, we pretty much moved everything here. I don't know. We can actually maybe like segregate some things here. For example, all that movement stuff we can just literally push into separate file. On the other hand, this file is not like that absurdly big, especially if we clean debris that no longer needed. Maybe I put all that like input processing into separate stuff. On the other hand, if we put it all there, what will be left in the player, like with chain entity stuff, and that's it. I don't know, but it doesn't look as something critical to me. So let's stage 2. Forgot to save. Okay. And let's double check. And pretty much that's it. Yeah, so let me actually demonstrate that damage is being received normally. So like this. Yeah, and like explosion damage also. Why I didn't pick up. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah. So that works fine. Stage this. Yeah. I will double check saving, loading and everything just to make sure that there are no more bugs. I will try to recalculate masses for all our physical objects to make experience more smooth. There is a big chance that I will discover new bugs or things that I missed, and I really hope that in one stream or two we end with migration to character controller. We definitely made our code a little bit cleaner, and we're using native components, which I think better thing to do. It works quite nice, our movements quite smooth, we did all the jumping. That's okay. Yeah, and after that we'll need to investigate sounds more, because there is definitely something off with sound. So I actually see another thing. Oh no, that's not good. We probably need just to increase the ellipse. That's okay. So just fine-tune several parameters, check if there are no bugs, then finalize these, and after that check the sound bugs, because I see that something is off. I mean, I hear that something is off. And yeah, after that we will continue doing something more interesting, I guess. Alright, I guess that's it for now. Sorry for delay. What language is that? Well, it's JavaScript, and I'm using library Babylon.js. That's about it. Alright. Yeah. enough for today. See you next Sunday if everything goes well. Yeah, have a nice upcoming week.